R2I2, or the Richland II Institute of Innovation, is a program that incorporates all 5 high schools in Richland II, as well as any alternative sites. Any junior or senior currently enrolled in Richland II can participate in half-day programming here at the Institute of Innovation.
R2I2 is unique, it's special. It's a place where students come to learn topics and subjects that are an extension of what's offered in the high schools, but different from what's offered in our traditional high schools.
It's very unusual. I think it takes what normal offerings at regular campuses to a whole new level, because it's not so much as walking through the steps of what you would do, it's the kids are actually doing it.
It's actually nothing like my high school. It's completely different.
R2I2 is designed to be an entrepreneurial school, so we want innovative students that are ready to do something that they cannot do in their home school. That's the whole thing. They come here because they have access to things that they just would not have access to anywhere else.
We have 6 different strands of programming that they can participate in. We have entrepreneurship that has a culinary flavor to it. We have a IT program, which is our Apple App Development class. We have a manufacturing class, which is our CATIA training class. CATIA is a software that Boeing, Porsche, all the top-level designers use. And we are the only high school in the country that actually teaches that course and has access to that software. We have our Next Energy Engineering course, which focuses on non-fossil fuels and engineering concepts behind those. We have Managerial Finance and Accounting, which is a very high-level math and business decision-making course. And then we have our Supply Chain Logistics class, which is basically business from A to Z. Those kids in that class run the R2I2 bottled water business.
Initially, it's completely out of the ordinary compared to what you're used to as a high school student. You're used to coming in and just going straight to class, immediately being taught a regular lecture. But when you come here, it's more so you immediately experience that freedom that you're not just any high school student, you're preparing to go to college.
Classes are smaller, and so that way we get more attention, as well as, like I keep bringing up, freedom. You know, at our regular schools, we aren't able to, you know, I guess vocalize our opinions in such ways because the classrooms are bigger, so that interrupts, you know, other children's learnings, whereas here, there's only a few of us, and so we're able to, you know, have opinions.
We created a collegiate environment where students are pushed to use their creativity and their talents in a non-conforming way. Students are taught to explore learning. I would describe R2I2 as an exploratory learning experience.
And an environment plays a critical role in facilitating and fostering a mindset that allows students to fall within that respective category.
At R2I2 is really designed so that each class fits into the next, and we hope to do things where all the students work together from all the different classes to work cohesively on a particular project.
Our class can collaborate with a number of classes here. We do work a lot with a CAD/CAM class with a 3D printing, and we have some ideas for the future of how to incorporate those two together. The finance, there's always a cost-benefit analysis, so managerial finance is important for our class as well.
It's very project-based. We do a lot of collaborations with the other classes. We do a lot of simulations so that the things that we learn, we're automatically putting it directly into practice so they can see how these concepts or the decisions that they make can actually benefit a company right away.
Managerial accounting and finance, we worked with the non-traditional food truck class, and that was within the first week of being here, which was really exciting and much fun.
And they actually stayed and worked one-on-one. Each of her students had worked with my students to do their cash flow statement. So it was kind of a accidental collaboration. And once we caught on to that it's something, because they've all become such good friends, even though they're all on different campuses, they're all supporting each other in multiple ways. So that was quite fun to watch.
And the hands-on is definitely a lot better for students who aren't just book-oriented. I mean, you have to go through it yourself, and you have to be able to figure out some of the steps without having to, it's more instincts, more of you having to be able to know what to do and not have to rely so much on thought. You kind of have to be able to do it yourself. And I do see that it's definitely beneficial in that case.
We're really trying to create an atmosphere where it doesn't feel so much like a class, but more like a full course of classes that you can get involved with.
What made me want to come to R2I2 because it was something new, it was something fresh, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be a part of history. I wanted to experience what innovation was. I felt like this place would help me grow as an individual because of the freedom that we have here. I felt like the classes that were offered here were something that we weren't offered this throughout high school. So I felt like me being a senior, I wanted to try something, new instead of the traditional education setting.
R2I2 is one of the most creative schools that I've ever taught at.
It prepares students not only for college, but also for the real world by giving them a stepping edge into that real world.
R2I2 is a place for innovation, for creation, for student thought. It's a place to see what they can do with business and how far they can take their entrepreneurial ideas. It's a place for them to learn to work together on different levels. And it's a place for professional development as well. We teach them about soft skills, about interviewing techniques, and about how to present themselves to the world when they're ready for that step.
I think that R2I2 is a good place to be challenged, to meet new people, use your skills that you might not be able to use at your old school or at your current school.
If your student is smart and they're able and they're capable but they're not engaged, I think R2I2 is where you send that student so that they can fulfill their potential.
It's a game changer. For students, a lot of students are looking for courses that will get them ready for their careers, but they can't really find it at high schools. So so for them once they opened up R2I2, I did for myself see it as an opportunity to extend my knowledge.